Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for having us. We want to start by thanking the Denver Police for working tirelessly since this horrific crime took place, to be by our side and to support us. We have here the Consul General of Senegal that flew in from New York. We also have Djibril young brother, his name is Musa. He also would like to say a few words. And as a leader in the African community, we are not used to see something like this take place. And we consider ourselves part of this society, part of this great nation we call home. And this is a time where we don't want to feel alone. This is a time we want the US-born citizen to embrace us. Our hearts, our soul has been shattered. The only thing that can give us peace is to be able to identify the individual that did this horrific crime and brought them to justice. And we are asking not only the Denver police, not only the city official, but we are asking every resident of Denver, every resident of the state of Colorado to help us solve this crime. Any information that you have, even if you think it's not valuable, we would like for you to come forward and share it with us. This is not only depending on Djibril family, but this is depending on the entire immigrant community, not only African. So helping us solve this crime will help every immigrant living in this great state of Colorado to feel at peace and feel secure. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce the Consul General of the Republic of Senegal, Alhaji Diol. Come up. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. Greetings, good afternoon. I would like to, on behalf of the government of Senegal, express our gratitude to the Denver Police. What you've shown so far is very encouraging. We appreciate it. We see all the efforts that have been done since yesterday. Detective Baker had come and kindly met with the family and had shared with us some assuring words. All we are asking for and that you are concerned about is for justice to be served, for whoever did this to be found and to be brought to justice for the sake of peace and security in this great city of Denver, but also for the sake of comfort to its citizens, including Senegalese nationals. I am again grateful for all you have done thus far and look forward to what you'll be doing in the future to bring this to a closure. Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to call up the brother of Djibril, Musa, come up and say a couple words.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm the youngest brothers, those people who lost their lives. That was my family. My everything. It's hard to really talk right now because still heartbroken and so emotional right now. But it hurts. It hurts a lot. Just to wake up and lose your family like that. Nobody doesn't deserve this. Nobody. No family didn't deserve this. Gonna miss them a lot. a lot. All we want right now is y'all officers. We just want y'all justice. We just want y'all justice. Y'all can do all your power you could to just help this resolve, because this just hurt a lot, you know, losing your family, all your family in one time. But we just want justice. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I want the family, the local community of Senegal, and the country Senegal to know you have our full commitment and devotion to this case. We're going to do everything in our power. We're going to rely heavily on the community to assist us, and we have every hope that we are going to find the individual or individuals responsible for this and bring them to justice. So that concludes the official portion of the Crime Stoppers presentation, and now I'll answer any questions you might have.
Chief, in the crime alert, you say it's mentioned that a car was seen fleeing from the scene. What can you tell us about that?
At this time, we don't want to discuss that because we don't want individuals to get rid of evidence or destroy the car or hide the car. So we didn't want to disclose any more information on that. It'll just it'll hurt the case at this point.
What makes it, do you think, arson in this case? What did you find at the scene that makes it a fire that you believe was deliberately set?
Well, I can't get into the detail. We're relying on the expertise of the Denver Fire, arson investigators, the ATF, and some of the evidence collected at the scene, but I can't say much more than that right now.
I know you don't have suspects identified yet, but are you investigating it as a hate crime or a bias-motivated?
Not right at this time. We don't want to get tunnel visioned into a motive. There are some cases on the front end it's very evident as to what the motive was for a crime. This is not one of those cases. So we have to go into it very open-minded and look at every possible angle. And if at some point we determine it was hate motivated or bias motivated, then we will definitely share that with the community.
I know that you can't really talk too much about evidence, but a couple of days ago, the fire department told us that they were going to have an arson detection dog there. Did that dog hit on anything just in terms of whether an accelerant was used?
Again, I don't want to get too much detail. We did have an arson dog on scene. I think they were effective with the investigation, and I won't say anything more about that.
Heard from the neighbor that the fire may have started in the living room. Can you say anything about that?
No, we cannot.
Can you say how many individuals or suspects the department's looking for? Is it just one person? Or?
I can't discuss that at this point. Thank you.
I just want to make sure that you did determine that it is arson. It's not just suspected arson.
Yeah, we're investigating as a homicide, so that means that we believe it was intentionally set. Yes.
Can you say anything about whether one specific person was targeted?
We do not know that. We absolutely do not know that. That's not even something that I don't want to share. We just do not know at this point.
Have you questioned anyone so far in connection with this fire?
No, other than the immediate, the family members that were in the home at the time were the only ones that we have spoke to about that.
Were there any cameras in the neighborhood that might have caught the vehicle that you're looking for?
There were several cameras in the area, and they were still examining that evidence, and hopefully it'll produce some information that'll help us solve this crime.
Chief, can you put this into historical perspective? When was the last time the Denver Police Department helped Denver Fire with this many casualties or people who died?
Well, the only one that comes to mind to me was probably around 2012, 2013 at Farrow's up on Colorado Boulevard, but that was more of an arson to cover up a homicide. The individuals had been executed inside, and then the building was set on fire. And that's the only one that comes to mind, so I wasn't really prepared to answer that historically, but I only know about that one because I was there. Okay, thank you.
concludes. Thank you, everyone.
I'll go and get this all jammed out, and I'll get a link to Lawrence so she can put it up. Hey, did you, was that your appointment? Yeah, I was rushing those out and sit off to the side. Inside.